KPL News Time is 7:12. This is Acadiana's Morning News. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Bernie.
Hi.
Hope all of you are having a great start to your morning, whether it's your work day or you're off today. I mean, there are many people off from work today as we...
we salute you.
Yeah.
But
we're happy for you. Yeah. We are a little bit jealous,
yeah,
if we're going to be honest.
But
we are happy for you. One man who is not off, who never seems like he's off.
He's always working.
Yeah. And we appreciate him so much, is State Trooper Brooks David. Brooks, what's going on?
Good morning.
How are y'all? Good morning.
Well, sir, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay,
That's
so
good to know.
are you ready for Thanksgiving? I mean, what's going on
What's
with
the deal?
Thanksgiving? What's the plan?
No, I'm ready for the food.
So are you doing any of like the cooking? Or like, I love that face. He's like, no. So like, does everybody gather at your house or y'all go someplace else, or it just depends every year?
No, not this year. This year we're going to go to my brother's house in the afternoon. The morning time, I think we'll go to my wife's relatives.
So you have to go two places.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have to eat twice? Darn.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm wrong in assuming that turkey's your favorite, and I'm going to ask for something else, correct me. What is your favorite food in Thanksgiving?
Fried turkey.
Fried turkey. Okay, it's got to be fried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite side dish to go with it?
Whatever's for dessert.
He just skipped right over the cornbread dressing, the rice dressing, all that good stuff. He said, let me go straight to dessert.
So which is better, pecan pie or pumpkin?
Like ice box cake or something
Oh, yeah. I can get into that, too.
Yeah. That's some good food right there. That's some good groceries. Makes me hungry.
And then when you combine Thanksgiving and you got football, of course, that's always awesome on Thanksgiving Day. And then this weekend, your Vermilion Catholic Screaming Eagles playing in the semis with another trip to the state championship on the line, man.
Yeah, we're not going to jinx that. We just wish him the best of luck.
Well, there you go. I think that's a good way to put it. And we will be having the game as Vermilion Catholic takes on Southern Lab right here on News Talk 96.5 KPL on Friday night. It is always a blast going out to Abbeville and VC. It's so cool because the press box that they put for us where we can call the game is literally in the stands with the fans.
That's so cool.
That's good. I might go sit by you.
Yeah, you're going to have to. And VC has some of the best fans, seriously, and it's always fun getting a chance to cut up with them. So that'll be on Friday night, obviously. But right now, the Click It or Ticket campaign happening all throughout this week, all throughout this Thanksgiving week. And we want to talk with Brooks about it. Also, your calls are welcome, 232-1542, 232-1542. All right, so the Click It or Ticket campaign, it runs through this Sunday. It began actually on last Sunday. So, the extra patrols that are out there, just kind of fill us in on the effort that's behind the Click It or Ticket campaign.
Well, Click It or Tickets throughout the state is every agency that's involved. This Louisiana Highway Safety Commission. Last year, we looked at the stats, and pretty staggering for the Thanksgiving holidays. We had 424 fatal and injury crashes that resulted in 12 deaths and over 700 injury crashes. 710 injuries. So we have troopers out, myself all week long, along with other troopers, city police officers and deputies that are going to be out there making sure people are buckled up.
Yeah.
It shows if you're in your front seat passenger, you're 45% more likely to survive a crash if you're seat belted in, 50% likely to receive less injuries. So we want people to understand, and I know it's like beating a dead horse, but for some reason people aren't buckling up. And last year at this time, Troop I had 62 deaths at this time last year. We're already at 61. So we still have, a month and a half left to the year. So, we don't want to surpass last year's fatality rate.
Yeah, and it is amazing. Still, run into people, and I mean, look, we're inundated all the time in it because with laws and with the legislature and the voting and all this stuff. So we've been pushing. Hey, everyone in the car, in the vehicle, truck, they have to all be passenger. They have to all be buckled up, I should say. But some people still don't know that law hasn't passed, and y'all experience that obviously on the roadway.
Everybody inside a vehicle has to be buckled up. As a driver, you don't want to move that vehicle until they are buckled up. You know what? And if they don't want to comply with you, don't let them ride with you.
Yeah.
You know, how bad would you feel if you do get in a crash and that person does die? You got to remember that person is going to fly around the vehicle with the same force, you know, that you're driving at. So if that person weighs, and I'm just going to give a figure, 100 pounds, and you're traveling 50 miles an hour, that's 5,000 pounds of force that person is going to fly around that vehicle. Yeah. And it's going to hit the person that's doing everything right, that's wearing that seatbelt. So, you know, everybody inside that vehicle needs to be buckled up.
And while we're talking about it, it's also good to keep that dashboard clean as much as possible, too, because those objects become much worse in a crash.
You know, when we talk to students, we talk to parents, and we let them know baseballs, football helmets, bats, anything. You know, I know women, and please don't get mad at me, but are infamous for carrying these big bags, purses, whatever, with everything in it. You know, that's all traveling at the same speed that the car is going. So you want to make sure that those bats, football helmets, shoulder pads, whatever it might be, are in the trunk of the vehicle.
You know, and going to the seatbelt, I thought, you know, Bruce, on our website, we have the story up reminding you about the Click It or Ticket campaign. And one thing that Bruce, the author, writes, and it goes very much along with what you said, he says, when I consider that my other options, should I choose not to wear a seatbelt or a traffic fine or being thrown through my windshield, I'll opt for the safety of the seatbelt. And again, it only takes 3 seconds to put it on.
It takes 3 seconds. And you know what? All these crashes are preventable. You know, it's preventable from you being killed possibly in a car crash or being ejected. That seatbelt is made to keep you inside that vehicle, to spread the forces of that crash throughout your body. I know people have airbags inside the vehicle, but that airbag is a supplement to that seatbelt. If you hit that airbag and you traveling forward at 50 miles an hour and that airbag's coming out at that speed, you know, you have the potential to break your neck, break your ribs, puncture some lungs, maybe your heart, your artery, and still get ejected out of that vehicle. So it's just a supplement. Seatbelts need to be worn to keep you inside of that vehicle.
So I want to go back to that stat that you gave, 45% more likely to survive a crash if you have your seatbelt on. So anytime someone puts out a study that tries to tell you, well, wearing a seatbelt doesn't really make a difference. No, go back to that stat, 45% more likely to survive a crash if you are wearing a seatbelt.
That's correct. And, you know, we also there's a lot of water around here, a lot of bayous, canals. Look. If you ever did a belly flop off of a diving board, you know that it hurts. So if you're traveling 50 miles an hour and you run off the road and you hit water, you know it's going to hurt. So your body's still traveling that speed. Your body's still going to hit the dashboard at that speed or be ejected out the vehicle at that speed. You're going to hit the water. You're going to hit the dashboard. So more than likely you'll be knocked out, possibly killed. That seatbelt will keep you inside that vehicle when you hit the water, stop you from hitting the dashboard or being ejected. That way you can come to your senses, undo your seatbelt, and get out of that vehicle.
All right, we have time for a quick phone call?
Yes, most definitely. All right, caller, you got a question or comment for Brooks David?
Yes, just a comment. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Last night I was coming out of Lake Charles, heading toward Lafayette, that's the east. And I noticed a sign up there as you're traveling on the highway. And I was just elated to see that. It says buzz driving is drunk driving. And that's a very good reminder, especially around the holidays. But I think a fuel down I-10, west or east, should be put up if it's affordable. Thank you all for taking my call. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a safe one.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
And he's absolutely correct. Buzz driving is impaired driving. We don't like to use the word intoxicated anymore. People, when you hear intoxicated, think of alcohol. Impaired driving is anything from alcohol, illegal narcotics, prescribed narcotics, over-the-counter medicines. But buzz driving is driving while impaired. I mean, the first thing to go when you're impaired is your judgment. So you might think you're buzzed, but you're actually impaired. So over the holiday weekends, make sure you get that designated driver. And like we always say, the designated driver is the person who had nothing to take to cause impairment. You have 2 days left to Thanksgiving. make sure that you prepare now and have a plan in place in case something happens.
KPEL News Time is 7:23. We'll come back and wrap it up with Trooper Brooks David here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL. KPEL News Time is 7:26. Only a couple more moments here with Trooper Brooks David as we go to the phone lines now. Caller, you are on Acadiana's Morning News. Question or comment for Trooper David?
Good morning, all. Good morning, Trooper David. For the seatbelts, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry about that. But I myself, I always carry mine. I mean, not carry, but put them on.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I go across the street to Walmart.
Yeah. Even then, for a short trip.
But I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, that's cool, man. All right. Well, thank you. Have a good day.
It happens to the best of us.
It does. And, that's the time when people get in trouble is like when they're close to your house. Because you're like, oh, let me go down the street. I'm not going to throw this on. And then you get sloppy when you're real close to your house.
Yeah, or somebody passes a stop sign and you've already taken it off, or you allowed your child to take it off because you think you're right there close in a neighborhood even, and somebody goes through a stop sign and T-bones your car, and your kid was sitting on that side.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at serious injury or death.
Just frightening. Just wear your seatbelts, people.
Yep. Well, Trooper David, look, man, we appreciate you coming in so much, man. Look, have a great Thanksgiving. Hope to see you at the game on Friday night. Go VC.
That's right.
Rooting for them screaming Eagles.
He's afraid he's
I can because
something.
you see the other team that we're playing is not from this area.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm going to say VC Eagles are number one.
Yay.
There you go. Exactly.
I love it.
That'd be awesome if we get a VC and Ascension Episcopal State Championship. All Acadiana area in the dome. That would be incredible.
Awesome.
All right, Trooper, thank you so much, man.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too, man.
All right, KPEL News Time coming up on 7:28.